What's up, everybody? Welcome to Balkan Moto. Today we find ourselves again in the Acton trails. We're just at the bottom of the main path, which kind of comes down this way and then turns right back towards the main road. And today I'm going to show you yet another part of this, which is going to be probably the biggest adventure yet. And this one's called The Ridge. So let's check it out. Alright, so first I want to show you probably the hardest part of the ridge, which is what I would call like Romaniac's equivalent almost of hard enduro, which is down this way. I think in one of the previous episodes I tried to go down that way. We saw a coyote. Hopefully today there isn't any. So let's get going. Okay. We might take the shortcut afterwards. So, with the leaves, it's not quite easy to see what's going on, but there are roots. There is a path. I think some of the other riders here do some log hopping, as you can see. Okie dokie. Let's get that off. I doubt we're gonna, given how many leaves there are, I doubt we're gonna see any riders down this way. But in any case, let's take my stuff with me. I'm probably kind of parked like a douche, but yeah. So this path takes you down and loops around and kind of goes down that way, ends up all the way down at the river or the creek. A lot of the riders, or from what I've seen in terms of tracks, are really challenging themselves, like taking this up, I believe, because going down that would just be free fall, more or less. I don't know if you noticed, but down that way there was a little path that kind of veered off to the left. I'm pretty sure that merges in just down there where the logs are. And yeah, it goes down. Now, I'm not gonna go down this. This is way too steep and way out of my league. If I go down there, the bike's staying down there. And what's worse is, it's not any better on the other side. And we'll go there next. But yeah, and essentially to get out from the other side is pretty much like a steep hill like this. Just straight up. Someone knocking on a tree to get out. So, not going this way. Let's go back the other way, which was that shortcut in the farmland. We're gonna cut through that and cut through the field going that way. Actually going all the way up to where the second loop that I shown was from the first video. And then from there, we're gonna veer off into the other farmlands and kind of circle around the creek, eventually getting to the access point for the other side of this, and then going further to the actual ridge. All right, and here we go. Looks like there might be more down that way. worth exploring. Alright, let's see this shortcut. So this is definitely heavy equipment territory. Let's go to the path on the end. And I wouldn't recommend riding into people's farmland. This is actual trespassing. Not that any of these trails aren't, but okay. So over here, the tree line is where the other path, the second loop, actually goes. That was deep sand. Almost fell there. And here, we're going to take the path that doesn't exist. Because over there, between the trees, is where the real path is. I probably could have taken this. Okay. Can't quite tell if that I'm following that guy everywhere or these are old tracks. Okay, and then here we're gonna take the adventure path. I want to thank all the ATV riders for making a lot of these tracks because they're really the ones that break through the bush. It's not the bike riders. I still haven't been down that way, so I'm sure there's even more to explore. Whoop. Okay, now this is kind of the tricky bit. Okay, tight turn. The leaves are very slippery. And then we end up here, where we almost fell because the land is freaking soft. Momentum is key. Right here is the entrance. And we're gonna park right here and take a look. Now with all the leaves, it's actually hard to see the track. But there is a track here. So we have some log hops. That actually might not be too bad for me to practice on. The track kind of goes up that way. And up and around, it kind of follows that all the way down there. But eventually it actually goes all the way down. It's not a loop. Initially when I found this, I was like, oh, there's a loop here. You can come and practice. No, there isn't. The loop, and you have some rocks here. And it kind of goes all the way to the bottom, where it's like impossible to climb back up. Cool, quiet spot though. But let's go to the spot I'm really excited about, which is where the actual name The Ridge came from. There's actually a sign that says The Ridge. I think there's probably a way to get there from here, but the path doesn't seem quite obvious. And from what I've seen on this, it's way beyond my riding ability. Off-road riding is a lot of work. My God. Oh, it's actually not over the hill. I thought it was over the hill. It's right here. Ooh. Did not want to go down this way. Okay. Okay. So that path goes down somewhere back towards that advanced section, and this path goes the way we want to go. Now I see there's a lot of leaves, which worries me a little bit, but let's go check it out. Okay, go slowly here. This is all perfectly doable as long as you don't fall down the hill where we're actually going. Okay, this is a bit of a okay, so there's this hard part down here, but there's also that part over there where we want to go. Now remember there was a branch hanging, so I'm gonna stop down there. Make sure I can actually make it under the branch. So this tree is kind of what I'm worried about, but I think I should be able to tuck under it. Alternatively, we go around. Yeah, we'll go around. The mighty Tenere shall get us down, and hopefully back up afterwards. Whew. Okay. Let's not be a hero. Okay, we are down. How we're gonna make it back up is a different story. Okay, across the ridge. Worst spot to, what? I'm in neutral? Oh. That was stupid. How did I end up in neutral? Okay, that was way harder than it had to be. So there's a bunch of paths up this way leading into the quarry, but way too steep and out of my abilities. This now is where I should go and check it out. Beautiful down here. I think we should be able to get back up. Not too worried. That turn with the tree a bit tight, and Probably could have made it around safer had I stayed up and on the brakes, because just bouncing the front brake like that was a little silly. But let's go take a look. Maybe snap some photos here. Let's go. A bit on foot. So this is okay. This goes that way, so I guess you could, oh, that path probably leads down that way. This is good. I can make this. Oh yeah, bit of a log hop. First log hop ever. I guess we're gonna go ride this. Okay, we can ride this. And this actually doesn't look too steep, so I might be able to get into the quarry. Alright, brief intermission. What the hell is that in my boot? I really should get some off-road boots. Okay. Here we go. Looks like a path up that I can very much do. Let's take a bit of a look around here. I'm curious where that goes. Probably towards the other stuff. This. I mean, that keeps going, but no, this is steep. That I could probably ride up. It's just that, making it around that. So I gotta stay on that side. In, I could make it. Coming down is a different story. This is also another way up. But that's for another day. Okay. What's going on here? That's way too steep. Is there a point to keep going? Because that looks very... let's check it out first. Still though, this is really cool. Quite the adventure. Not being able to see what I'm riding on is a bit of an issue, because that could have been very muddy. And is that a block in the road? Or is it turn up and get impossible for me to ride further? Should keep going. So this turns here. What the frick? I mean, that goes that way, but this goes this way. Okay, let's bring the bike to here. I'll park there. Okay, so let's take a look here. So I just don't want to come around a corner and end up in the river. Or worse, up a hill that I cannot go up or turn around from. That is very deep here. So stay on the left. Okay, I think that's our next checkpoint. And the next checkpoint is check the map. See if I can see where I am. Okay. So yeah, we're very close to that. So this was that sand pit where we went up the hill this way. I think this actually will join up here. I don't think it's gonna go down this way, but it might. This might be the easy route. Alright, let's keep going. We'll keep that open actually. Let's go. It's a bit of a... Okay, what the hell is that? And which way am I actually supposed to go? Right still. Okay, I think it's that way. Like that doesn't look like a path. A bit of a drop here. A really steep climb up that way. Now, arrows that way. So this is the river, the creek, I think. Is it that way though? This is very sandy. I think this is the river itself. Okay, we'll go that way. That seems to snake around. Oh, actually it goes up that way. Bit of a pickle. Which way does it go? This way. Okay. Well, good thing there's markings. And I think that is kind of the final hill. That might take us out to where I think we're going. Okay. Alright, we'll check that out. So, looking at the map. Hold on. Yeah, that's definitely it. So we're gonna go and then gunning up this hill and end up there, and we'll stop at this three-way to take a break. Awesome. Here we go. Okay. Sand. I really dislike sand, even though I should learn to ride it more properly. Alright, up the hill we go. Okay. Let's keep going. This is the tricky bit. It's always this deep sand here. Alright, we're out. What an adventure. Oh my god. Woo-wee. Oh. Feels good. That was actually super fun. And we're back to where we began. Okay guys, so that was the ridge. That actually surprised me a lot. It was amazing. It has so much potential to train all kinds of types of riding, like small log hops, riding sand, twisty motocross style turns, and with the hill climbs, like plethora of hill climbs to choose from. So make sure to subscribe, hit the little bell for notifications when your videos become available. Come check out the Acton trails. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.